Today on Suncoast View, could failing shopping malls be the perfect space for successful schools? We'll discuss.
And new construction is popping up all over the Suncoast. Today, our development expert is here with updates on all the new projects.
And it's hard to keep pets from panicking during summer storm season. Today, we'll have natural solutions to soothe them. All that and more right now on Suncoast View. Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Candace McKellia and Megan Greenberg. Great to have you both here.
Hi, happy to be here with you today.
Nice to see you. Well, Megan, we can't bring you in without talking about your cute little baby boy.
I like that.
We saw you like that. She's mom. She wants to talk about it anyway. So he swims?
He's learning the survival swim, actually, right now at 8 months. And
Well, he floats well.
He does float on a float. It is a really fantastic thing.
And will he sit there, though? Will he sit there?
Yes, and my husband was nearby, too, as well, too. So don't worry, I wasn't just pushing him around the pool. And just
She
hoping
was
for the
tanning and
best.
having a cocktail.
You can see the husband because that float is so huge.
Yes, that's right. It's like the size of our whole pool. Anyway, so it's pretty much like him sitting on the bed.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
Well, good, a good summertime activity, keep everybody cool. And Candace, you've been busy working this summer, I see.
Yeah, it's been, you know, crazy busy this summer. You think that maybe you'll have a little bit of a break because the kids are off and they're in camp, but nope, it's crazy busy. So.
Business continues. Well, Candace has a new location. Tell us about 360 Communications being located in Sarasota now, downtown.
Yeah, we have a great new location, which is super close to this studio, which is, you know, that's what it's all about. But it's right on Fruitville Road in the Fruitville Professional Villas, and it's fantastic. We really love it. It's a great location, really great big open airy space, and we've been getting some attention for it, as you saw in the article, so it's been good. Yeah.
Good. Well, congratulations. It's
Thank
exciting to have a
you.
new location. And
It is.
better to be busy than the opposite, as we
That
all
is
say.
Definitely.
That's for sure. All right, let's see who's in the kitchen today. We welcome back Chef Larry from Simply Gourmet Caterers. Good to see you. Looking
Nice to see you,
tanned and
ladies.
happy. Chef, what are we making today?
Today, a Southern salad caprese, but I'm not talking Southern Italian. I'm talking about Southern American, because we're going to be making this puppy with some fried green tomatoes. And I think maybe I can enlist some of your help to let's bread some of these tomatoes.
We hope
huh?
so.
Yeah, we can
Excellent.
help. We can help as long as we get to eat as well, because there's a lot of great colors there. It
I'm
looks
covered.
really yummy.
We're covered.
All right, can't wait to join you. That'll be
Excellent.
a nice, healthy start to our week. So obviously we're missing our friend Linda Carson. We have two great girls in her place, but she has arrived in Dublin, Ireland. And she posted this picture with her granddaughter. She is on a 3-generation vacation with her daughter-in-law and her granddaughter to show her granddaughter some of her Irish family culture. So I thought that was a great reason for a trip.
Yeah, and isn't it her birthday this week?
It is also Linda's birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Linda.
So she always loves to travel for her birthday, and I just think it's nice that she's having a good family outing
That's
this
cool.
time as well.
And
so
a beautiful
we'll miss her
place.
in a great
And a
place.
cooler.
Yeah, a cooler
place.
in the
Yes.
60s. In the 60s. So we wish her safe travels. Of course, we'll keep you updated when we hear things throughout the week. It is time for our first hot topic, and DeSoto Mall in Bradenton has a new owner and reportedly plans for new life. But interestingly enough, a letter to the editor in the Bradenton Herald suggests it would be a great space for a new school, something Manatee County is in need of. The food court could become a cafeteria. The big anchor stores could be gyms, labs, or offices. The storefronts would be classrooms. The huge parking lot, sports field. Now the author acknowledges this is all just a little bit of a dream, but would it make sense for dying malls anywhere to think about this?
I'm mixed on it. I like the idea of using up old space that's not being used. But one, schools have to be constructed a certain way, especially now because of security reasons. So would it be too much to actually, you know, rework that building, and then you end up having to do a whole new reconstruction anyway? And this dream is a little late. That mall has been for sale for a while. They've already bought it. There's already plans for renovations. You know,
Well, and you have to think about what is it worth to, you know, I'm always thinking about the developer aspect of it. So is it worth it to a developer to sell it to a school district? I mean, depending on whether they can make
Who
money
doesn't have
on
much
it.
money.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, the renovation cost alone would probably be just as, it would be just as easy to knock it down and build something brand new.
Yeah.
But good idea and concept.
That sounds intelligent, but I like any place where we can establish more education anywhere, I'm all for. And especially the dying mall in my hometown turned into just tax attorneys, like the whole just row of where you go get your taxes, which seems weird. I'd much rather see, especially turning like a old Macy's into a swimming pool. That sounds kind of
sounds like a good
cool
place.
to me.
Well, that is kind of a new trend in development, though, is to take what was once an interior mall and make it into more of a connected, activated, multi-use type facility.
So
Because
maybe
that's what
even if
people
it's not a
want.
school, it could become a community center or
Yes.
something. I
Something
like
like
the
that.
idea of reusing what exists.
It's amazing
Yes.
land in the middle of town. I
It
mean, that's the
is.
thing DeSoto has going for it over so
Yes.
many other things is the location
Yes.
is just unbelievable.
And so much square footage.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we definitely don't want to see it go to waste. But Bo Beth's right. It has been purchased. We're hoping there's some type of resurgence. But the bottom line is retail's
Well,
tough.
they have
Yes,
they
real
have a
tough.
huge plan. They're investing millions in it already. So I doubt that the school district is going to
Probably not. A little bit of a
How
dream there,
big,
but
though.
still an interesting conversation. All right, now, Bo Beth has mentioned before that she thinks Alexa, her voice assistant, spies on her.
Oh, totally.
Like, here is a case where a smart home device may have saved a life. So the couple was having a domestic dispute. The girlfriend was apparently being threatened with a gun, and the man yelled, "So, did you call the sheriff?" Well, the device heard, "Call the sheriff." And it did. The officials then overheard the altercation and the threats being made and came to the residence. The girlfriend was found badly injured. It took a standoff, but they were able to arrest the boyfriend and said it could have been a deadly situation without the smart device. We should
Oh my
confirm it has not
gosh.
been confirmed that it was Alexa device.
It
but
was Alexa.
It was one of those smart devices.
It
so
was.
I don't know, do we like this or does that just concern you more?
I mean, I'm happy it ended well in this case, but I'm still paranoid about all the other
I am
cases when it's
too.
not an emergency. I mean, granted, I love that, you know, in case of emergency, there's something like this, but I'm not going to have that incident at my home. You know?
It's too, like your phone is looking at you.
I was
There's
just tell-
cameras here looking at you. Like, there's
Yeah, but you
nowhere
do
to
that
go.
when you get in here.
This is kind of
And I don't mean these cameras. I mean like your phone knows what's happening. They're everywhere. It's and your car is listening to you. I mean, there's hardly anywhere you can go that you're not being
And
monitored
I'm not
somehow.
being paranoid. I was telling someone the other day, like literally now, like Instagram, like literally if you say something and Instagram hears it, the ads now will be in reference to what you said. And it's just happening with all these different apps. They're all listening, and I guess, you know, ad purposes isn't that bad, but what if they take it beyond ads?
Oh, they're
Right.
going to.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Google's been doing it for years. If you ever notice, if you Google anything, it shows up everywhere, suggesting it to you.
Follows
And the
you.
things that you've done in the past.
you.
Here's what freaks me out about that,
Even
though.
in an email.
On a different device, too. You know, my devices all know each other,
Oh,
and my
yes.
work
Right.
computer should not know anything about my iPhone.
Right.
But it seems
But
to.
now it does.
The machines are rising.
Do you
Let's just all come to
remember,
terms
you
with
remember
this.
the
It's
movie
happening.
Minority Report
Yes,
with Tom
yes.
Cruise? I mean, that's kind of, you know, life imitating art, right?
Right.
It's scary.
Well, at least we had a positive way that the device was able to help someone, so we're happy about
Yes.
that.
Yeah,
Good job,
she's like, I
Alexa.
guess.
It reminds me when I was younger and threatening to run away, and my parents were like, well, go ahead, call the cops.
And she did. I know they're here. Candace and I both admit to being somewhat rabid soccer moms, but in South Carolina, we would have to be very quiet on the sidelines. The state's Youth Soccer Association is requiring no cheering, no jeering from parents. This code of conduct is the state's way of cracking down after problems with parents being verbally and physically abusive toward the refs, some of whom are kids themselves. So this is being called Silent September. The parents get 2 warnings and then they're kicked out. So Candace, how big of a problem do you think this is here?
It's huge. It's a huge problem. And actually, there are some teams that we've played that have that policy. And so we'll be parents, you know, cheering and screaming, and then the other side is just completely silent. And, you know, we were like, what's going on with these weird parents? Why are they not cheering? And we've asked them, and they said their coach has a policy, no cheering. But we've had parents that have gotten kicked out of games for yelling at the ref. We've had refs who were like 14, 15 years old that have walked off the field crying because parents have been so mean to them. So I mean, that's a little extreme.
My daughter refs,
But-
and those parents have terrified her. She refed for about
Yes,
6
it's
months
horrible.
and said, I'm out. I can't do it. And it was the parents of 6-year-olds. You know what I mean? We're not talking.
Right.
top level here. We're talking youth soccer.
Amusing.
I know, we're going to take
It's
Bo Beth to a
hilarious.
soccer game.
Yeah.
It is hilarious, but it's sad because we all get sucked in.
Yes.
It should be no jeering.
But
I can
isn't it-
understand no jeering.
But I think you have to go both ways.
No, but what kind of balance is that? You can't overcorrect the problem. Like, no one wants to go to a match where it's completely silent, and the kids need
Right.
motivation
You're right.
to actually to play. They want to know they did something right. They want to know a celebration happens when they did something good.
Right.
So overcorrecting a problem is just as bad
Yeah, I
as
agree with
allowing the
that.
problem
Maybe it should
to
be
go
like golf.
on.
Like you can golf clap.
Golf clap.
You can,
Golf
you know,
clap,
but
yeah.
not-
Right.
yeah, I think
Or,
the
you know,
negative
just
aspect
kick
is
them
mean.
out. You know,
Yeah.
if you reach a certain decibel, you're out. you
Right.
know?
Or if it gets negative. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think anybody gets upset when you're over. I mean, the decibel level is unbelievable in a youth soccer game.
Yes, it is.
But if it's all positive, I don't think it's anything anybody criticizes
Right.
per se.
Our coach says he's going to start carrying lollipops and hand them out to the parents that are yelling too much. Like,
So
here,
they can
suck on this lollipop.
Better than a muzzle, I guess.
All right, as women, we've made great strides. We can vote, we run companies, but we cannot wear sleeveless dresses at the House of Representatives. Female staffers and news reporters are being forced to cover up their shoulders and their toes in order to enter the speaker's lobby outside the House chambers. To be fair, men have a dress code as well. They do have to wear a jacket and a tie. Sweaters are being provided to women who are not appropriately dressed. One reporter turned away last week, stuffed papers in her dress to cover her shoulders to get through security. It did not work. And the practice appears to be outlined in papers from Thomas Jefferson. Does this seem archaic or acceptable?
I think it's acceptable as the person that's wearing.
I was about to say.
But I learned growing up that sleeveless shirts are not professional. They should not be worn on television, nor should they be worn on. I know it's funny. Or should they be worn on?
And we wear them all the time. I'll throw myself right there with
usually
you.
don't, but
I do.
I was like, it's hot, and I
It's
just
hot.
don't care. So I was just like, I'm not doing it. Last Friday,
look at the
I was
stores.
hot, and I was just like,
They're
yeah.
everywhere. They're everywhere.
And you watch House of Cards, I don't know, a lot of those women look very professional, as do you right now.
but we've had discussions where other people have done it, and we're like, yeah, you're not supposed to. So you really have to know the rule.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes if you know it's going to be 100 degrees outside, I just decided I was not going to follow that rule today. You know, but I do think
you
if
won't
you're-
be going to Congress today either.
But you know, if you're going to be professional in a professional environment, you know.
Yeah, I'm torn.
I'm
I can
torn.
see both
I mean, I
sides.
can see both sides too. Personally, I always bring a sweater everywhere I go because I'm always freezing. But from a respect standpoint, you know, you're going into Congress. I don't think it's unreasonable.
I think it's
to
a class
say.
level.
I
Because
agree.
if Beth walked into Congress right now, I wouldn't think that you were unprofessional. If you had on a tank top, you know,
Right.
your bra strap was hanging out,
Right.
then maybe I would say let's cover that. But if you look like you know what you're doing and you can hold your own,
Yeah.
I don't really
And,
understand what your
Michelle
shirt has to do
Obama
with it.
was considered extremely
And she had
well
amazing
dressed
arms.
and
She should have
extremely
shown
that.
handsome,
Yes,
and she wore sleeveless
Right.
dresses. Like, don't we have better things to worry about in Congress
Yes.
other than peep toe shoes and shoulders? I mean, that's my thing.
Yes.
Right.
We got our stuff to worry about.
Yes.
That's true.
Bigger problems, but it's
Yeah.
still on the books. You've been warned. All right, there's a new way to get a buzz. It is a chocolate you snort. The creator of Coco Loco, which, by the way, is based in Orlando, discovered this in Europe. This snortable cocoa powder includes ginkgo biloba, taurine, and guarana. Those are ingredients that are all found in any energy drink like Red Bull. So the creator says it's 30 to 60 minutes of a euphoric high where all you want to do is get things done. Bring it on. However, doctors
Sounds like
say
some other things you
it
snort.
is, yes, it is terrible for your sinuses. Now, my first thought was, why would you not want to taste chocolate? Why would I inhale such a thing?
Same here.
And if you inhale anything, it gets into your system quicker. But I don't think inhaling chocolate is a good idea, or anything in general.
Well, that's what the doctor
Agree.
said.
This
That
is
inhaling
ridiculous.
anything is not a good
You're
choice.
putting
That's
in
just
your nose.
absolutely ridiculous.
Like, are we kidding?
This is we've gone too far as people.
Oh, this
we
is-
just humanity. I'm sorry.
But you chug 5-hour energy shots.
But it's through your
I
mouth.
I
Your
don't think
mouth
that's
is
good
made
for you
eating.
either. That's probably not the way to go. But to snort, I mean, come on, really?
Yeah.
Well, he's also manufacturing other things you can legally snort, and those are also a concern. Let's just put it that
Let's
way.
not snort. People just don't
Just
snort.
eat it. I mean, just eat
Just
the
eat it.
chocolate.
That's the theory.
Just eat
We're
it.
promoting
easy.
edibles and
Yeah.
we're moving on. All right, we're going to check out our happy hour forecast. And when we come back, how to keep our pets calm in storm season.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. The National Weather Service has allowed that special marine warning and also severe thunderstorm warning to expire now for Sarasota County. It had been in effect till 4:15, but it has gone below severe limits, but still creating a tremendous amount of rainfall, the possibility of small hail, and some lightning. It's not as frequent as you would expect, but we do have some lightning out there. Palmetto, Braden now getting some rainfall, a big line of showers heading toward Parrish, too, in the next half hour. So a flood advisory is in effect for rainfall that has occurred in that area. In the green, you see Northport included in that, stretching all the way over US 41 and I-75. Tough driving conditions in that area. If you have a trip planned, you might want to postpone that for the next hour or so as these storms move on through. That's in effect until 5:30. You can see that heavy rainfall now into Parrish, Palmetto, and Braden. Not quite there yet, but getting ready to move on in. And by far the heaviest rain now moving into Bee Ridge, I-75, Fruitville, and places to the south. More in the forecast at 5.
It is summer storm season, and those huge claps of thunder can be very scary for our pets. Mark Chambord from Canine Corral is here with some natural solutions for stress relief. Welcome back, Mark. Great to see you.
It's great to see you ladies again.
Before we get started talking about storms, I know you have some pictures to show us of dogs who work at Canine Corral. You put them to work there?
That's Thor. They actually work and live there as well. Thor is, he's really good with the ladies. He's a very handsome American Bulldog. That's Tuck. Tuck is very active. He's our official greeter. He greets the new dogs that come in. That's Nilla. Nilla had, before we had her, she had a lot of puppies, and she's really good with the puppies. Now she's spayed though. That's Toby. Toby is our canine police officer. He kind of takes care and monitors all the dogs, makes sure they're all being good. Aww. Roxy is also an official greeter, and she is someone that we adopted her out to somebody that really needed a dog, but he works for me, so she's been a real good companion for him. And still works at the Corral. That's Sawyer. Sawyer is an official greeter for all the small dogs. Sort of like
Sawyer knows how to party, it looks like.
That was our New Year's party.
Go Sawyer. Yeah. Well, I think it's great for people to know that if they come to Canine Corral, there's a lot of dogs there who are very comfortable, very safe, and very welcoming.
That's right.
So that's a good thing. All right, well, one thing that's not welcoming this time of year is the storms that pop up every single day. I hear from so many people that their dogs are terrified.
Yeah.
Yes, and two of my dogs are Nilla the white dog and Toby. They're absolutely petrified. But I found some solutions that actually work quite well. You know, we've got the 4th of July. Everybody remember, it's the 10th of July, not the 4th of July. You can stop anytime you want with the fireworks.
Yes. But unfortunately, those afternoon fireworks from Mother Nature probably aren't going to stop.
The thunderstorms come up, and you know, sometimes the dogs can feel just the barometric pressure changing. So they're already starting to feel it before you hear the first thunderbolt. You know, and it's also nervousness and separation anxiety. The thing is trying to catch it and have a quick fix so the dog can remain calm.
Well, then how can you do that? You have some products.
Well, you know, hemp oil has been very, very popular, but before I do that, I want to go with the traditional Thunder Vest. Pasquale, he's 13. He actually doesn't have a problem with a whole lot. He doesn't hear too well because he's 13 and he doesn't hear the storms. He can feel them. But
what is it about the shirts they like?
This is kind of like swaddling a baby or it being kind of tucked and tight. By holding it tucked and tight, it gives them the impression that maybe they're under that bed or under the covers or where they go to for security.
Okay.
And if you have it nice and snug, it's going to work great. Now, it works about 80% of the time. It doesn't work all the time. And I have one dog it works for and one dog that it doesn't.
But it's worth a try if people
It is
have that
worth
stress.
it, yes.
You make them in all sizes.
There's all sizes, and actually, if you save the receipt and the box and everything, they are 100% guaranteed, too.
Oh, that's good
So
to
you
know.
can always bring them back. We sell them at our store.
All right, and here were some other natural solutions that you bought. Let's go through them.
Well, you know, as I said, with hemp oil, it's been very, very common now. I didn't realize that the hemp plant was outlawed to grow in 1970. I thought you could never grow it, but I found that out. The hemp oil is different from the THC. So the THC is what makes you kind of stuck on stupid, you know?
Right.
And the hemp oil is going to give you the calming effect. The bottle that I have right there is the 300, which is something you want direct. When there's a storm, it'll hit the dog much quicker. The drops always hit the dog quicker. There are treats and other things there that I have next to it. The treats are going to be more of a just general, I'm nervous dog, I just need to relax a little bit, I'm driving, something like that. But for a thunderstorm, I really recommend the drops. They've worked great for Nilla.
Okay,
And
and
really nice.
what is what is rescue?
Rescue, you know, that's been around. It was originally from the 1930s. It's been around forever. It's also drops, and it's the traditional rescue remedy. This is for dogs. My thing, make sure you do not get the one for people, because the one for people contains xylitol, which is not something you should give your pets.
No,
so
that's
make sure if you
important to know.
buy it, it is for the dogs. It's been around forever. It's very traditional, just like the jacket or the vest here.
But still, it has that relaxing property to
Yep,
it.
and it's also for rides and things like that where your dog might be in a nervous situation. You know, it's just been around forever and it's worked well.
Okay.
Okay. And then tell us about, and I'm not going to say this right, upside down, Nupa feed? What is that? It's
It's
Calm Dog?
It's actually Calm Dog.
Okay.
That, a lot of times when your dogs are lacking magnesium, it tends to make them a little bit more nervous. And this bumps up the magnesium level and actually will help the dog to be calmer also. It's something that you do give your dog continually, and then when there is a storm coming up, you will up the dose for the storm. Maybe not quite as effective as far as promptness as the drops.
But maybe if a
but
hurricane
still
is coming or
a
something.
very good product.
Do
very good
any of these
product.
affect their bowel movements? Because I know sometimes when you up magnesium in people, it can...
I haven't experienced that,
Okay.
and it's not something other than the treats that you're actually having the dog chew. Anytime you have the dog eat something different, it's normally going to change their dietary, which could change their stool.
Right.
But the liquids and things like that, I've not found that to be the same.
Well, I have found the perfect stress relief, the essential oils.
For us, too?
Yes,
Smells
these are amazing for us. Now tell us how these can help a dog.
Well, essential oils have been around for a long time. They're very popular. And different types of flowers, like the lavender, the mucil, I can't say all the words for them,
Oh,
but
no worries.
once you warm them up and mix them together, they make a nice warm concoction that smells good and also relaxes the dog. Great to have in a room with a nervous dog or in a kennel. We run it in our kennel, which helps calm the dogs when they're staying here and away from their parents.
That's a great idea because a lot of us enjoy these as well. So to use them during storms, it'll help
That's
you
right.
relax and the dog. All right, and you can visit Canine Corral's website for more information on all sorts of natural solutions and, of course, your pet training and pet care. Thanks so much, Mark. It's great to see you.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Coming up, we're going to talk to Dr. Jenny about some female issues.
Thanks for meeting me.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Tidewall at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Call to see if you qualify to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan right now. At Humana, we believe great things are ahead of you when you start with healthy. And part of staying healthy means choosing the right Medicare plan. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits when you're sick, but keep in mind you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and co-insurance, but you may pay higher premiums than you do with other plans, and prescription drug coverage isn't included. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. It's all described in this free book and DVD. Call for yours and discover how an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana could save you money. Call 1-800-558-8779.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
I'm Cindy Lou. I'm Susie. I'm Missy. And I'm Betty Jean. And we're the Marvelous Wonderettes. Mr. Sandman.
Experience the best girl group songs from the 50s and 60s live on stage at the Players Center July 12th through the 23rd. Call 941-365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll fall in love with the Marvelous Wonderettes.
I'm so alone.
Watch ABC7 wherever you are. Just search ABC7 on your streaming device to keep up with the Suncoast from the comfort of your couch. Download ABC7 now to watch us on TV anytime you want. ABC7, we're here for you wherever you are.
Welcome back. Well, many women know that once a month feeling of a puffy belly and stomach discomfort. Period bloat can be the worst, and it's estimated that 70% of women experience it. That's why Dr. Jenny Wilkins from AgeVital Pharmacy is here to discuss how to get rid of that bloating during that certain time of month.
Oh, and isn't that terrible, ladies? Oh, who doesn't like the bloating?
You know, and I was wondering that if this is in my mind or if, you know, I really am changing physically around this time of month. Is it actually mental? Am I going crazy?
No, no, it's a real thing. And all women, you know, teenagers, you go through it with menopause, perimenopause, women everywhere are suffering and they want answers. And I actually got an email, you know, on the Ask Dr. Jenny website asking, you know, like, please help. I gained like 6 to 10 pounds of bloating and I'm sick of it. I'm like, oh, I feel you. So like, please, if that's too uncomfortable to talk about, don't do it, or just email me. Like, no, you know, 70% of women get bloated during, you know, that terrible time of the month.
So is this related to PMS?
This is all, yeah, PMS symptoms. It's all hormonal, but it's also nutritional. So we have to, you know, give the body the tools that it needs to stop the bloating. Okay. So simple things right before cycles. I tell women, watch what you're eating. Avoid the dairy, avoid the cheese, any of the,
of course, that's what you want, though, that time of month. I want cheese, salt.
But maybe not 10 pounds of bloating. It might have been 10 pounds of ice cream.
I think I bloated 10 pounds at one time, you know, and then I just popped a progesterone pill. You know, I know exactly what to do. I tell women, you know, if you're super, super bloated, your estrogen is really, really high, that makes you bloated and gassy, so take progesterone. So look at your progesterone levels, have your doctor write a prescription for progesterone capsules or progesterone cream. I like the capsules. You take that right before you go to bed. The next day, literally all the bloat goes away. You have a flat belly. It's awesome.
And I might use that for other purposes. So what other products did you bring for us?
And then when you're doing, you know, during that PMS period, you're getting rid of your calcium and your magnesium. So you really need that calcium and magnesium. It helps you with your stools to make things regular. So taking that Cal Mag powder right before you go to bed, another way to deflate. You know, and in the morning, your happy belly, you know, you're like, yes, I can still wear my bikini and be PMSing at the same time.
Seems like that calcium-magnesium mix is really important no matter what.
Both ratios together. Yes, absolutely. And it gets rid of the joint pain, too, during that PMS. So very important. And then I have my Aroma Dim Complex. That's an estrogen blocker. So when you're too irritable and too aggravated during that time of the PMS period, it's because too much estrogen. So you take that Dim Complex, which is antioxidants and amino acid called DIM. So dimethyl amino acid, taking that a couple days or during the week prior to, no bloating whatsoever. So you're kind of just riding this PMS way. You're like, what PMS? I don't have any PMS.
So it's okay just to take some of these when you have the symptoms week prior. You don't have to keep it up
right
all
before.
the time.
No, just a week before. That's literally my regimen right there. So 5 days before my cycle, boom, there is nothing.
That doesn't seem as fun as the ice cream.
And no, it's not.
You still feel so bloated after you eat it, because if you notice when you're PMSing, then you're drinking the milk that you're craving. Your body's actually craving these nutrients from those supplements. You're craving bananas, you're craving ice cream.
Called L-glutamine?
L-glutamine is a powder, helps also, you know, coat that lining of your stomach so you don't get any of that gassy feeling also too. So very good for deflating.
Hey, we all need this. The all-woman panel.
Here's what it is.
Swallow it, don't snort it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jenny. And now you can actually visit her at her pharmacy in downtown Sarasota or by going to their website. Thanks again. And next, everything you wanted to know about emojis. We'll be right back.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
This is an important medical announcement. Barred IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a barred IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Barred Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC filter hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone. Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Florida's coral reefs are declining. Bad news for our oceans and marine life. Fortunately, you can help, and you don't have to dive, you just have to drive. When you purchase Mote's Protect Our Reefs license plate, $25 goes directly to Mote Marine Laboratory, whose research, restoration, and conservation programs are helping this precious natural resource thrive once again. So get your Mote Protect Our Reefs license plate today. You just might hold the key to saving Florida's reefs.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in with Chef Larry from Simply Gourmet Caterers. And Chef Larry, you have a great looking salad with feta and watermelon. And I know those two flavors seem to meld a lot in the summer. Why is that so popular?
That's great. You know what? Salty and sweet. Just like chocolate and a little bit of that salt, same thing. But what makes this salad so special and delicious? A little tangerine juice and mint. And there's no oil in it. So it's a very, very low-cal salad, which is a beautiful thing and refreshing.
We are beyond excited to come join you. We'll see you in a few minutes. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Well, from smiley faces to thumbs up on food pics, emojis are everywhere. In fact, there is now a World Emoji Day, and an emoji movie will soon be in theaters. So where did emojis come from? And what does the word even mean? Tim Living Good from the Eclipse Agency is here with some answers for us who just have no clue.
I hope I have all the answers. I don't know. Thank goodness for Google, right?
So, Kim, explain to me, what is an emoji?
Well, emoji originally started from Japan, like a while back, and people started using them, and some really smart person back in like 1999 decided to turn it into a brand. So it's a licensed product that people, thousands and thousands of different brands license with.
Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't we think of that?
But it's actually an acronym.
Yes, and it stands for emotional, multicultural, official, joyful, and iconic.
And how many people know that?
I did not know that.
No one.
That's
But
crazy.
those words don't even seem like they should go together in a sentence.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it's all about capturing the feeling and being able to say what you want to say in just a quick little figment. And Japan is known for their animation and for their ability to illustrate. So it's just an easy way to illustrate something in a quick little icon.
You're right. It's an
I always
ingenious idea,
struggle with whether it's professional to send that to on a text, like send an emoji to a client.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it really, you know, if writing an email or a text, sometimes you don't really know what direction it's intended for. So I think, you know, putting an emoji on it really says, hey,
it's becoming
this
an
is meant to
exclamation
be a
point.
joke. I'm funny.
Well, in a marriage, it can keep things from getting escalated bad. If you make a snarky comment, then put a little laughing.
And when you put a laugh, the tears of joy is actually the #1 emoji that's being used. 6 billion times, I believe.
All right, so we know when they should be used, but there's a movie coming out?
There is, coming out July 28th. They're going to have their very own movie.
I've seen this preview. It looks adorable.
Amazing.
It's about the one emoji that doesn't want to be what he is. It's that little guy. He's like supposed to be grumpy or no, meh. He's supposed to be meh, and he doesn't want to be meh. He wants to be like, have all these other emotions, and he's struggling internally with how he, see?
Like Matt, like M-E-H, like Matt.
Yeah, he's Matt.
I'll take over that.
He's blah, but he's struggling because he has all these other feelings coming out.
It's very hard to have a serious conversation with Candace at the moment.
Exactly. You know, in fact, you brought some products for us, so let's go through some of the
You know
things
what?
you
I
brought.
had so much fun trying to find different products that
this is
used
great.
emojis because there's so many choices out there. And one of my favorites, we've got awesome models here.
Look at you guys.
These are from Sun Stashes. And the company actually was on Shark Tank.
Oh, really?
And Damon made a deal with them, and they have taken off, and they have so many different designs. Here you can see a little clip from Shark Tank. They license with Marvel, emojis, all sorts of different licenses.
Why didn't I think of that?
I know. Something so
Well, that
simple.
makes quite a statement.
I found it. I thought it was hilarious. So I figured I'd put it on.
She's feeling poopy today.
Yes, it's Monday.
These are good for Florida, too. They protect your face from the sun, you know.
Give your forehead a
And I
little
have a
shake.
huge forehead that always burns.
And
so
you know
this
what? The
works
poop
out.
covers it.
I know.
And they're only $12, and you can find them in all sorts of different places.
They're very cool.
Amazon,
They are cool.
Walmart.
It's a great gift.
All right, so what else did you get?
Of course, I brought Tervis, our local favorites. They started licensing with emoji a couple years ago and quickly have become top sellers.
Hey, look at that. They are producing
Tervis is on it, man. I
you
mean,
can personalize
so
the ones
cool.
with emojis. So
It's really cool.
Matt was so helpful in some other advice that I had for him. So I had to make him his own cup.
Very nice.
And I see that poop emoji coming back right next to your face, Matt.
She appreciates that.
And you can find these on Tervis.com and in their stores locally.
And even for babies.
That's a good one.
The sippy cup is so cute. That's one of my favorites.
And what else do you have?
So Big Mouth is a company that does a ton of different things. They are known for their big floats. I think the float that you showed your son on earlier was a Big Mouth. But they do, this is a snow tube, which I guess is not exactly appropriate to show in Florida, but for all our friends that live up north.
Oh, that's great.
I didn't test it in the pool yet, but I'm sure it floats.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more appropriate for children because it's smaller. It doesn't take as much room in your pool.
Go for the beach.
So cute. They do the beach ball, which I love because it's ginormous beach ball. And this towel is like 4 feet wide, so perfect
Fit
to
the
take.
whole family.
Yep,
Oh, it's
perfect for the
cool.
beach or the picnic. And just, they're fun, and they're all really inexpensive. I think they're like $12, $14.
Yes,
and
nothing.
Those are great gifts when you're just looking to make somebody smile and have a great day.
And that's one thing emojis really do. They do give that expression where you do feel happy afterwards.
Do you feel happy looking at me?
After I had to go on, you laugh.
Well, I hope this makes you really happy.
Okay.
It does.
So our friends at iSlide actually created some custom ones for each of you. And this is where Matt came into a lot of help with shoe sizes. These are some celebrities wearing them. Everybody's got them on, from Ellen and Chelsea Handler.
Oh, I've never
They're
seen
super,
these.
super popular. But if you open them up,
Oh, I'm so excited.
you can go online and personalize them.
No way.
They're $50 to personalize them. And they can do the names on the side. There's so many different ones to pick.
Mine says, is it wine time yet? Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's
Always.
great. And it has the names on the side.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what an amazing gift for people. Oh.
Yep.
And so I'm sorry that Linda's not here.
I know. I'll wear
She's
her.
the
I'll wear her
queen.
crown for her temporarily.
And we made these for Joey.
Joey, we have the same size foot though, so I'm going to take these.
It does have his name on the side. Though.
Too bad.
Her nickname's Joey.
If you can show the other one.
My apologies.
Most every day around this time, as a matter of fact.
That is hilarious.
God.
I definitely feel more hip now. I feel like I'm in trend.
I love this trend.
Yes.
I do. I
These
love
look
it.
comfortable.
Thank
I was going
you.
to say, these are like
Super comfortable. They're made in America, and you can find them online.
Okay, this is my new family gift.
All right.
You're
Well,
the best.
thank you so much, Tim. I love the glasses, love the slippers. And next, coming up, we'll talk the developments on the Suncoast. We're going to be serious again.
Can I do it in my glasses?
You can.
We'll be right back.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Until recently, getting older meant losing your energy, memory, sex drive, even gaining weight, but it doesn't have to.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jenny Wilkins, owner of AgeVital Pharmacy Research and Wellness. Reversing or slowing the effects of aging can be as simple as supplementing vitamins, minerals, and hormones that your body needs in order to look and feel young again. At AgeVital, we do this without taking harmful prescription drugs that often have a longer list of side effects than benefits. Growing older doesn't mean you have to feel older. Age well, AgeVital.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Jenny Wilkins. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. Suncoast divers capture and kill more than 1,000 lionfish, the record-setting results from this year's Lionfish Derby. Plus, a diet high in fats may be to blame for the majority of colorectal cancer cases. We'll have details of a new study. Now, let's head over to Bob.
Haley, tremendous amount of rain falling right now. That's the biggest concern and the biggest threat right now is the heavy rainfall moving through Parrish and central portions of Manatee County this afternoon. There was a severe thunderstorm warning earlier that has since expired. No severe storms around right now. It doesn't appear there will be, but I think flood advisory is a big possibility. We already have one now into central and south central portions of Sarasota County from northward all the way through parts of central Sarasota County. Well, much more in the forecast. Let you know about this heavy rain now over Manatee County coming up today at 5. See you then.
ABC7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes. He just assumed that they would have medication. He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
And welcome back. The Suncoast has continued to see business and development growth over the last several months. And our guest host, Candace McCallia, is also our development trends expert. So Candace, we're going to take advantage of the fact that you're here and we want you to give us all of the deets. So let's start with Whole Foods at University. Tell us what's going on there.
Sure. There's so much to talk about, and we're actually not going to focus on downtown Sarasota today. We're going to talk about lots of things like Whole Foods at University Parkway. It's called University Station.
It's going quickly.
It's going very quickly, yes. And you can see landscaping is going in now. Wawa, that's Wawa in the frame on the right-hand side of the screen. Wawa is going in. Wawa is hopefully going to open in November. And then Whole Foods, the developer will turn over the shell to Whole Foods probably in the next month or so, and then Whole Foods will come in and work on the interior of the building.
Okay.
So that takes a few months, so we're expecting maybe first quarter of 2018 will be the opening of Whole Foods. And a lot of people are asking, well, how will the purchase of Whole Foods by Amazon affect all of the openings?
Is everything going still?
Yes, it really won't affect it at all. So everything is going to be moving ahead.
Except they may have a shipping
department. Yeah, you might get your delivery, your groceries by drone delivery. Who knows? But
all right,
it's a good thing.
Let's go to South County, the South Sarasota County Courthouse. What is going on over there?
Yeah, so this has been something that's been under discussion for a long time, and the Sarasota County just selected a contractor, Half Acre Construction, to completely renovate, remodel, basically build a new from the ground up South County Courthouse in Venice. So this is great news for attorneys and court deputies that have been looking for a new facility for a long time now. It's a need.
And it's a new building.
It'll be a brand new building, and still not sure when it will break ground, but probably relatively quickly. They just selected the contractor.
All right. All right, so Bayside Pets also has some changes coming?
Yes, this is an exciting announcement that has not been made anywhere until right here today, but Bayside Pet Resort is opening a brand new facility in Lakewood Ranch, which is very exciting for me because I use their facility all the time, but I've got to go all the way. It's doggy daycare, but it's also lodging, and it's a very upscale. I mean, your dog can go and lodge in an atrium suite with a television and, you know, with really beautiful facilities, pools, outdoor things, and they'll be breaking ground on the new one in Lakewood Ranch actually at the end of this month.
Oh, wow. That's great.
So really exciting news because there's not, I think there's one other upscale pet resort out there, but this will be a really great addition for the area.
A good place to put their dogs.
Yes,
So
a lot of dogs in Lakewood Ranch.
Yes, there are.
All right,
that's what the mall could be used for.
Oh, a giant pet resort.
And in Venice, there may be a transformation coming for their Main Street area?
Also in Venice, yes, this is great. This is the Pinkerton Wealth Management about a month ago, and Pinkerton Wealth Management is a division of Wells Fargo, and it really will change the face of Venice and Main Street area. It's going to be a beautiful two-story, 10,000 square foot building that will have offices on the downstairs and upstairs, and will really change the face of Main Street. But it'll be modern building, but really will pay homage to the old architecture of Venice, and it'll be a beautiful, beautiful building.
And I love that we're seeing development in downtown Venice. I
Yes.
mean, it's so established, but it's still vibrant and changing and growing.
Good.
It is, it's
It
good.
keeps activity going on. Another one is the Polo Club.
Yeah, so Schrader Manatee Ranch just announced recently that they have they are working to sell the Polo Club, which is, as you know, off of University Parkway out east. And it's really was surprising to a lot of people. They've sold the ancient gun club. They are talking about selling the sports campus, and now they have just announced that they're under contract to sell the Polo Club. So they've sold it to a developer from Miami who actually has a lot of ties to the Polo Club. So many people think this will be good news for the club and will really take it to the next level. But there are some questions about what will he do with the club and how will it
be polo.
I guess everyone will just have to cross their fingers and hope.
Yes, because that's a great asset for Lakewood Ranch. We love the Polo Club.
Well, I'm happy you're here because we just got all of the information we needed to know about developments in the area. So thank you so much, Candace.
Absolutely.
And next, Evo Athletics celebrates a big honor. We'll be right back.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewall Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewall Hospice, it's more than you think.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffy Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 78.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
Well, we want to congratulate a friend of the show, and it's a big honor for the Suncoast Gymnastics future, too. The EVO Women's Team Director, her name is Amy Borman, and we've sat down and talked to her and gotten to go to the facility. She was honored as the 2016 United States Olympic Committee National Coach of the Year. This is a huge, huge honor, and get this, no other gymnastics coach has ever received this. And she moved herself, and a lot of her athletes came with her from the very prestigious school in Houston, where you may remember names like Simone Biles, thank you, have trained. And now Amy is at EVO Athletics, training all sorts of young athletes, all sorts of Olympic hopefuls, and they are having their one-year celebration coming up on Saturday, August 26th. So if you have not been out there, it is a great place to take your family. It's not just the formal gymnastics training, because that's initially what I thought. I am no gymnast.
You can rent an actual
Lots
party.
to do there. All right, it is time for us to get to the kitchen. We've got lots of eating to do with Chef Larry.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
I am powerful beyond my wildest imagination.
I will define my future.
I will keep challenging myself to improve.
Because I am a future leader of this great nation.
I will make a difference in my community.
I will not settle for simply chasing my dreams, I will achieve them.
Because I was given a chance.
An opportunity.
At Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America.
The ultimate leadership experience.
Join us. We'll build a new future together.
From our studios on Florida Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Well, good afternoon. A severe thunderstorm warning, number 2 of the day now, is in effect for Manatee County near Parrish, basically near Parrish, stretching up into Hillsborough County. It's this cell. It's producing mainly hail at this point, some very heavy rainfall, not a lot of strong winds at this point, but they could get some winds gusting as high as 50 to 60 miles an hour. You can see just a little bit of lightning associated with it. There's the area that is under the severe thunderstorm warning until 5:15 this afternoon. And again, that covers much of northern sections of Manatee County from Parrish northward along I-75. Treacherous driving conditions now along I-75, 301 too. The rain coming down at a tremendous rate now, up to 2 to almost 2.5 inches an hour. That's the rainfall rate, and flooding problem likely now. The forecast hail in this area up to walnut size. So some big storms around. We'll have much more coming up at 5. See you then.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Many people with Medicare may be able to get extra benefits and don't even know they're available. You may be able to get dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage included in your plan. The Medicare Coverage Helpline is accepting calls to see if you're eligible to enroll now. You may be able to get extra benefits including dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Making sure you go to the doctor and taking all your medications as prescribed can help protect your health. To make it easier, you may now be able to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan that includes coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Help protect your health by choosing the right plan for you and get all the benefits you deserve.
Call to see if you may be able to get extra benefits including dental, vision, and prescription coverage. Don't delay. Call to see if you're eligible to enroll and may be able to get extra benefits now. Call 800-711-7200. That's 800-711-7200.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Welcome back. We're here with Chef Larry from Simply Gourmet Caterers, and you have some of my favorite things here: tomatoes, something fried, something cheesy, some herbs.
Oh, that one used to be it.
Again, tell me what we're doing.
Cheesy and herbs. First, we're going to make some fried green tomatoes. It's going to be a fried green tomato caprese salad with mozzarella cheese. You could serve the fried green tomatoes hot too, and then you get hot and cold.
Yes.
But let's spice these up real lightly. A little salt.
Okay, all of them.
Yeah, very good. And a little bit of pepper. Now it's blackening spice. The higher up you do it, the more even the spread. So just go ahead and a little bit more of that blackening spice.
This.
Yeah. And then
I didn't know
why
that
don't we
either.
go ahead and dip that into the flour.
Okay.
And both sides.
Both sides.
Yeah. And then into the egg.
sir.
This salad's also, it's great with the mozzarella cheese, but I got to tell you, blue cheese and a fried hot green tomato.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sounds
Shame on me. Shame on me. Here we go. And I'll grab that from you. Go ahead, pass them on down. We got frying to do.
Keep going, girl.
I'm going to make this. Oh, that's perfect. Because you don't want the heat to be too high.
And you don't want to submerge it? I'm
no.
looking at your oil there.
Half and half. You could submerge it, but there's no need to waste the oil at home.
And
We just give it a flip.
Splatter.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You know,
And
that's
how
the
long
most
does it
important
take
thing.
when you on each side?
You know, not too long, just until they turn brown, and then we're jamming.
I know.
But they are a very firm. You could feel how firm these are.
Are these just regular breadcrumbs? Like they're not, these aren't panko or anything?
No, the regular breadcrumb, no spice in them because the spice is already on the tomato. But they're really a firm tomato. So you got to cook them a little bit. You know, they remind me a little bit of okra.
I know. I'm
Oh, okay. That's what I
You know?
thought. So they get mushy and yummy when they're fried.
They really do. What doesn't?
Exactly. Chef,
Yeah.
I have a question about your red tomatoes, because tomatoes can frustrate us this time of year
yeah,
in
yeah,
Florida.
for
Do you
sure.
have a recommendation for the type to buy if we're making caprese?
You know, I really like using a large, what we call a 5x6 tomato, because that's how many fit in a flat like that. But you know what's great to do? Cut up the mozzarella into quarter slices, and then use those baby tomatoes that are all
softer.
different colors,
Yeah,
that are
that's a good
softer.
idea.
Otherwise, just always let tomatoes hang out at room temperature. The enemy of a tomato is the refrigerator. Yeah, for sure. And then we just look, just a regular vegetable oil. Don't try using olive oil, because if you do, you're in trouble. That's a very low smoke point, you know? And these are going to fry. Look at that. See, they're getting there. But let me show you how we're going to put these together. I already have a couple of fried ones, but I'd like to show you. So we do a fried tomato. And then we got a beautiful gold tomato. Don't they sound better when you say gold instead of yellow?
Tomato,
That's it. And then a beautiful piece of buffalo.
tomato.
Rouge buffalo mozzarella, which is so tender and light and lovely.
That looks beautiful.
And then another yellow, and there we are. But let's put, you know what? This looks a little naked to me. Why don't we put a couple of more slices of the mozzarella cheese in there? And then the dressing on this is a lot like a lot of my dressings that I do on almost everything. Very, very light. A little salt, like so.
Perfect. See how high up you went, Candy?
And a little pepper. And then basil. But you know what? We're going to flip these puppies.
I can do it.
Oh, excellent.
Wow, well, that take it over.
You've got a job. Starting tomorrow. Show up, 6 o'clock. But then I just like, you can rip this up. Just put it on top like that.
I love basil.
And then a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And that's all it takes. You don't want to use much more than that. And you know what?
It's so easy.
You dress it right at the last minute, because otherwise that mozzarella cheese starts rendering its juice. And then you've got a rubbery mozzarella cheese.
I have that problem, all right? We're learning all sorts of good tips for salads with Chef Larry. Don't forget other great summer ideas, a watermelon feta with cucumbers, so easy to make, and berries on greens look absolutely wonderful this time of year. So we are excited to dig into the fried green tomato caprese. Definitely a good summertime treat. So Candace, Megan, thanks for joining us. You guys did all the work, and we have the food and the forks, so now you can see why you brought you in. We're digging in. It is great to see everybody. Be sure to take some time and enjoy the Suncoast View. Bye.
Bye.